on, guys. The first person to do
Olvida todo lo que sabías sobre los juegos de guerra. El juego de acción a gran escala War Thunder te trae.
I'm begging, begging you to put your loving hand out, baby. I'm begging, begging you to put your loving hand out, darling. I'm begging, begging you to put your loving hand out, baby. I'm begging, begging you to put your loving hand out, darling. Put your loving hand out, darling. I'm begging, begging you.
I mean, your server has a position of 1, so I mean,
Just
I can
wait, bro. Somebody's doing
Dude, whoever's playing Noli, nobody's leaving, bro. They're staying there till their mom dies.
Wait, you might be right. Hey, it's been a while since I made a video, huh? Oh, yeah, we can pretend I didn't make this one. This one kind of sucks. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna list a couple of my videos because I feel like they were poorly made or just the concept of itself was pretty bad or dated. But hey, look, I clearly need to make more videos, and I'm guessing you probably don't care. You probably only care about Noli, so fine. Due to me being a contributor to the game and a tester, I got my hands on Noli early. Due to me being a contributor to the game and a tester, I got my hands on Noli early. Noli is currently being play tested for people who are testers to make sure the character is done and will get any changes they need before they become public. There are also some missing voice lines, sound effects, and I think some animations too. The killer will be finished when they come out, and they are subject to change, but I thought it'd be pretty funny if I got them level 100, so that's basically what this video is. To briefly explain how the abilities work right now for Noli, he's got a dash, and hitting someone with it gives him hallucination tier 2. If you hit someone who has hallucination tier 2, you will deal a lot more damage and plummet them to the ground. If you hit someone who doesn't have hallucination tier 2, you will just simply give them it, dealing small amount of damage, and your dash will reset, and you can decide if you want to dash to someone else or dash the same person you just applied the hallucination to plummet them. The dash can go pretty far, can turn a bit, but not too much, and it can be cancelled early. His other ability makes him that he can throw a bomb, and if it hits a wall or a survivor, it will explode and deal damage within its large hitbox. It's not a lot of damage, but it will drag the survivor to the area the bomb exploded in if it hits them, giving the opportunity to
My life has been ruined, Judge. I'm an honest person. I have never stolen anything in my entire life. I've been getting stopped and asked if I was a certain person. Crimes that you talk about, it's not me. He has the same name as I do, Daniel Alvarez. They said that I walk the same neighborhoods as this man that they speak of.
I looked up your record prior to you coming into this courtroom, and you are accurate when you say that you've never been arrested before. I mean, you've never even gotten a traffic ticket before.
I try to do everything right. That's the way that I was raised.
Daniel Javier Alvarez. That's you?
It's not me, sir. I'm Daniel Juan Alvarez.
Oh, sounds to me there is a mistake. I don't have the authority to let you go right now, but what I do have is the authority to request an emergency hearing. You're going to have an appeal almost immediately. It sounds like an injustice has been done. You're going to be a free man soon, okay?
My life has been ruined, Judge. I'm an honest person. I have never stolen.
Ask for a luxury car.
What type of luxury car are we talking about?
Porsche, Lamborghini. I have standards. I got a basic electric vehicle. First, you can't hear it. It has no motor. Two, you have to charge it. Pretty much my father promised me a great reward. He's got a pay raise. With that comes greater rewards. As for my birthday, 21 is a big deal.
He is a transformed person. I can't believe that you're bringing me to court. I consider an electric vehicle a luxury car. It's
No.
a $40,000 car.
That's pretty cheap.
Yeah, because you don't know where money comes from. What have I done for you your entire life if not give you everything? You have a roof, you have food to eat, and you have an electric car. What are you complaining about? Go to the NBA, get drafted by the NBA, you buy Ferrari.
Here's where you are a disappointment. This man owes you nothing. You are an adult. Listen to me well. There's going to come a day when your mom isn't going to be here. You will cry and you will wish that you had them. Am I making myself clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
You do understand this case has been dismissed.
Ask for a luxury car.
What type of luxury car are we talking about?
Porsche, Lamborghini. I have standards. I got a basic.
A tu hijo le gusta pasar.
Happy birthday, Simon.
Happy birthday, yo, congrats. Thanks, guys, so much. I really appreciate it.
Happy birthday, Simon. Here's your card.
Thanks, Grandma.
There's $100 in that card, by the way.
What the? Grandma, you're the best.
Yo,
for
this
real.
grandma
Oh
got her
my God.
100
I know.
bucks. No,
happy
she's
birthday.
cool. She's cool.
Oh,
I like her, bro. She's
congratulations,
cool.
son. Here, let me just take this, okay?
What are you doing with my money?
I'm just putting it in a safe place for you so you don't lose it, okay?
No, I'm not that dumb. I know you're gonna spend that for yourself.
Simon, it's not a big deal. You can get it later, okay?
Nah, give it back.
I need that money to pay for college. Simon, in today's economy, $100 isn't even enough for gas, okay?
Have you been doing this with all my birthday money?
Simon, of course not. Why would I?
Honey, why is there a box in our room labeled Simon's birthday money?
What?
Yeah, it's got like $5 grand in it. Give that back.
No, give him the money back. Yo, that's his. That's his. That belongs to him.
Happy birthday, Simon.
Happy birthday, yo, congrats. Thanks, guys, so much. I really appreciate it.
Happy birthday, Simon. Here's your card.
Thanks, Grandma.
There's $100 in that card, by the way.
What the? Grandma, you're the best.
Yo,
for
this
real.
grandma
Oh
got her
my God.
100 bucks. No,
happy
she's
birthday.
cool. She's cool.
Oh,
I like her, bro. She's
congratulations,
cool.
son. Here, let me just take this, okay?
What are you doing with my money?
I'm just putting it in a safe place for you so you don't lose it, okay?
No, I'm not that dumb. I know you're gonna spend that for yourself.
Simon, it's not a big deal. You can get it later, okay?
Nah, give it back.
I need that money to pay for college. Simon, in today's economy, $100 isn't even enough for gas, okay?
Have you been doing this with all my birthday money?
Simon, of course not. Why would I?
Honey, why is there a box in our room labeled Simon's birthday money?
What?
Yeah, it's got like $5 grand in it. Give that back.
No, give him the money back. Yo, that's his. That's his. That belongs to him.
Happy birthday.
In America, it's my legal right to own and to use a gun to protect myself. I'm a licensed gun owner, so when I came down the steps, I see an intruder in my kitchen. I was yelling at her to stop. She kept moving towards me. I cocked the gun so she knew I was serious. I fired a warning shot out the back door.
And I'm scared for my own life. I am running for the back door. I am full on fight or flight mode. There are no lights on. Trip over 2 of the steps and end up landing on my left side. I had worked a double shift. I was exhausted. But my dad had called me earlier that day and said, come crash at my place. I walk in and I start calling for Dad. I'm like, Dad, like I'm home. All of a sudden, I see a silhouette of a man coming down the stairs, expecting it to be my father. I can hear him yelling. I get closer to him and realize that's not my father.
In our country, as long as people use guns legally and responsibly, the law protects them. Here you were wrong. You picked the wrong house. And you are very fortunate that he did not shoot you.
In America, it's my legal right to own.
All right, what country flag is this?
Ukraine.
You got it first.
Oh, damn, bro, you're Ukraine there. Ukrainian. Oh my God. Bro is not going back home. Bro is not going back home.
Graduates, I want all of you to look to the person on your left. I'm serious, look to the person on your left. Look to the right. Now look up at the ceiling. Good boy.
My name is Yuvan Marasani.
How old are you?
I'm 4 years old.
You are the youngest person ever.
Yes.
Reasons why people don't typically let me drink coffee. And it's not because I don't like it. It's because now my husband has to deal with me all the way home and we still have another 3.5 hours left.
AP Brainrot exam. Boy, come on.
The other day, I made a video saying that Mojang wasn't racist, and I got a bunch of comments. So let's go through them. The first one says that wolves prioritize black sheep over white sheep, and this is just not true. Well, it just turns out that for some reason, the wolf attacked the same sheep. I dyed it both colors, but for some reason the sheep on the right was always attacked first. I'm guessing it's because I spawned it first, but I actually have no idea why that happened. The second allegation is that villagers refuse to sleep in black beds. That's just not true. They sleep in all beds, regardless of color. The next allegation is that wither skeletons are taller than normal skeletons because they're black. But this is because the wither skeleton is based off of the wither, which is a 3-block tall mob. The next allegation is that nether brick fences don't connect to other fences. But this makes sense. Nether brick is brick. Other fences are made of wood. Not to mention, the dark oak fence connects to all the other fences. The next allegation is that in early versions of Minecraft, there was a character named Black Steve that dropped gunpowder. This actually isn't fair because Black Steve is a character from an old animated sitcom called Code Monkeys. So the character wasn't actually created by Notch, but rather ported to the game. Not to mention he didn't just drop gunpowder, he actually dropped string, feathers, and flint and steel as well. This last argument is probably the most convincing, but it's not enough to prove Mojang is racist. In the console edition of Minecraft, one of the skins was named Athletic Steve and looked like this. It's certainly not a good look, but let's get into it. First, most people assume the thing around his necklace is a chain. It's actually a medal, indicating he's some sort of Olympic champion. Second, calling someone black athletic isn't racist. Assuming somebody is athletic because they're black is racist. Third, there were other stereotypes covered by the DLCs that actually had white skins. I'm gonna end this video off by just saying, please don't be racist. The other day, I made a video saying that Mojang wasn't racist, and I got a bunch of comments. So let's go through them. The first one says that wolves prioritize black sheep over white sheep, and this is just not true. Well, it just turns out that for some reason, the wolf attacked the same sheep. I dyed it both colors, but for some reason the sheep on the right was always attacked first. I'm guessing it's because I spawned it first, but I actually have no idea why that happened. The second allegation is that villagers refuse.
What's the dumbest thing your teacher has ever done? Back in 10th grade, we had this French teacher named Mrs. Palmer. She was always frustrated, snapping at questions, sighing at wrong answers, and constantly reminding us how far behind we were. No matter how much effort we put in, she never seemed impressed. Then one day, she lost it, slammed her textbook shut, and yelled, "This is the worst French class I've ever taught. None of you can speak a full sentence." But the thing is, we actually studied. We'd spent weeks rehearsing for the oral exam. Even Ian, the guy who once brought a pillow to class, had memorized his lines. But Mrs. Palmer still failed most of us. Then Chloe, this super quiet girl whose grandparents were from France, raised her hand. She stood up and casually started speaking perfect French. Fluent, clear, not missing a word. Mrs. Palmer just stared at her, didn't nod, didn't respond, just stood there like Chloe was speaking alien language. That's when we realized she had no idea what Chloe said. She'd spent the entire year teaching straight from the textbook, but couldn't actually speak French herself. So I asked, "Mrs. Palmer, what did Chloe just say?" She got defensive real fast and snapped, "Sit down! You're not the teacher here!" But Chloe kept going. She started describing everything in the room in fluent French. What Mrs. Palmer was wearing, what was on the whiteboard, even what Ian was doodling in his notebook. Still no response from Mrs. Palmer. Then our vice principal happened to walk by. He overheard Chloe, responded back in French without missing a beat, then turned to Mrs. Palmer, clearly confused. Turns out she'd faked her teaching credentials. We got a real French teacher the next week, Chloe's mom. She made class fun, and yes, she actually spoke French. By the end of that semester, every single one of us passed the oral exam. Even Ian with his pillow. What's the dumbest thing your teacher?
We've all been there.
What the hell, dude? Gross.
I was just trying to...
You're just trying to what? Where'd this stuff come from? Garbage goober! Get out here and eat this garbage!
Trash. Yeah, I love trash. Yum, yum, trash.
Hell yeah, I love that little guy.
Where do you think you're going?
Oh, well, you know, the red light usually means there's garbage.
Did you seriously not talk to Rick yet?
I kind of hinted at it. Look, I know it's not the job I came here for, but it's an honest living.
God damn it, Harold. What do they call you? Garbage goober? You are a doctor, for God's sake.
Look, I don't know how I let this happen, but I've let it play out so long that I can't stop now.
You're a coward.
You're right. This ends here and now.
Garbage goober, we got freshy trash for ya. Extra stinky, just the way you like it.
Trash. I love trash. Yum, yum. trash. I want to eat trash.
What the hell, dude? Gross.
I was just trying to...
You're just trying to what? Where'd this stuff come from? Garbage goober. Get out here and eat this garbage.
Trash. Yeah, I love trash. Yum, yum, trash.
Hell yeah, I love that little guy.
Where do you think you're going?
Oh, well, you know, the red light usually means there's garbage.
Did you seriously not talk to Rick yet?
I kind of hinted at it. Look, I know it's not the job I came here for, but it's an honest living.
God damn it, Harold. What do they call you? Garbage goober? You are a doctor, for God's sake.
Look, I don't know how I let this happen, but I've let it play out so long that I can't stop now.
What's the funniest way someone thought they were the main character? My students were taking a test when I noticed one kid staring at his lap. Now maybe he was deep in thought, maybe he was contemplating life choices, or maybe, and this was the more likely option, he was pulling off the world's worst cheating attempt. I slowly walked over and stood right next to him. He had no idea I was there. I watched as his thumbs moved at record speed, typing something into his phone like he was disarming a bomb. Then I tapped him on the shoulder. He flinched so hard he almost launched his phone across the room. I looked down. Google was wide open. He just stared at me, frozen like I had just caught him plotting a heist. Then the excuses started. I needed my phone to talk to my dad about a family emergency. Oh, for sure, dude. That's why I literally just watched you type answers to chapter 5 test. I took his test and started walking to my desk. This should have been the end of it, but no. He decided to turn this into his Oscar moment. He followed me to the front of the room, pleading forgiveness like he was on trial. Please, please, I need this grade. This test is my entire future. I ignored him. That's when the villain arc started. You're a terrible teacher. All right, now we're getting dramatic. You're ruining my high school experience. Okay, dude, it's a math test. You're not the star of a movie. And then he pulled out an insane threat. My dad works at the school board. You're going to get fired. Oh no, not the imaginary school board dad. I stared at him. I laughed. I handed him a detention slip. He snatched it out of my hand like I had just destroyed his entire life. And guess what? I never got fired. What's the—
All my pets turned giant. My queen bee turned into a giant queen bee. My dragonfly went from tiny to massive. And I now have 3 giant raccoons. This is all possible with the giant method. You can turn any pet into a giant. I'll be gifting giants to people who like and subscribe. Like this guy. All my pets—
If there's one group of people you don't want to run into in public, it's a pack of little kids, because when they're together, they're more dangerous than I am when I'm near a crumble cookie. Because they will roast you in ways that you could never even think of. Like the other day, I'm just going for a walk, minding my own business, and I walk past this elementary school. But it happened to be the exact time where the kids were getting out. So as I'm walking by, I see a pack of them look at me. So I look down because I don't want any problems with them. But their group leader must have looked at me and saw that I have bags under my eyes, because he said, "Hey, did the lemurs kick you out of your pack?" And I was like, what? And he goes, "You look like a lemur." And he said this because lemurs have circles around their eyes. So his friends started laughing, and I wanted to say a comeback of something like, "You only know what a lemur is from watching Madagascar." But I froze, and instead, I just started laughing with them, and I think this kind of confused them, because when I did that, they all stopped, and then they gave me a weird judgmental look like, "What's wrong with this guy?" And that was pretty much the end of the interaction, but it stinks because I literally had to change the path that I take for walks every day, because I don't want to go in these kids' territory anymore. If there's
Join me.
Boneca Ambalabu. Orangutini Ananasini.
Okay. Wait a minute. I'm finding a server. $67. God damn. $68. What the fuck? What is this position in file? Dude, it's crazy. Not authorized. Oh my god. I'm finding a server. Wait. Oh my god. Why is the server so crowded? Okay, you know what? Join a server, or I don't know. Okay, join me now. No, you can join me. Okay, join me now.
Borbaloni luliloli. Borbaloni luliloli. Borbaloni luliloli. Berry berry bicus bicus bombicus.
One group of people you
Hey class, take a seat. I'm gonna put you in Paris for your next assignment. Oh, dude, I'm not looking forward to seeing my partner. True, but it's also fun to see who other people have to work with. Oh yeah? Like who? Greg, you're gonna be working with Doug. Thank you, T. What? Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Doug, listen. I'm the smart person in the group, so just let me do all the thinking, okay?
Who's Doug?
You are! Ugh, just let me think.
Oh,